Day 15 of the Trump trial, where we still haven't learned what the crime is, but we're learning more about Stormy Daniels. Not only does she talk to dead people and thinks her house is haunted, she's also a ghost hunter.
I know firsthand that once these energies, spirits, ghosts, whatever it is, find you, they'll keep finding you.
I do spell work for people, protection for people.
I see dead people. So my idea behind Spooky Babes was so that nobody ever felt the way that I felt. There's a feeling that I get and a weird taste in my mouth. I know it sounds really strange.
Spooky Babes, the porn star Ghostbuster, can trash talk Trump all she wants, but Trump has to zip his lips or he goes to the clink. Same thing with Michael Cohen. He's testifying Monday, and he won't stop selling T-shirts and bad-mouthing the defendant, but the judge won't gag him.
There is no gag order to Michael Cohen. What the judge did was amazing, actually. It was amazing. Everybody can say whatever they want. They can say whatever they want, but I'm not allowed to say anything about anybody. If anything's mentioned against certain people, and you know who they are, certain people, anything's even mentioned, he wants to put me in jail. And that could happen one day, and I'd be very proud to go to jail for our Constitution, because what he's doing is so unconstitutional.
Even CNN admits Michael Cohen's a catastrophe.
Here's what makes Michael Cohen so unusual, so unique. I've never seen a witness with bigger credibility problems than Michael Cohen. I've never seen a witness who's lied to Congress, who's lied in court, who's lied to the IRS, who's lied to the Southern District of New York, who lied to his banker. The entire prosecution witness team has been lied to by Michael Cohen.
The media is starting to realize Biden's going to have to beat Trump fair and square without the lawfare.
It has been a rough few days for Jack Smith and Fani Willis. Mark, do you think we are going to see any progress here before the election and after the election? Do you think these trials are ever going to happen?
Well, I don't know. But, I mean, the key question is anything going to happen before the election? And I think the answer is no. The days of magical legal thinking are over. The cavalry's not coming.
Karoline Leavitt, the national press secretary for the Trump campaign. All right, Karoline, so you've been in court for most of these days, unfortunately, for everybody, especially your boss. What is it like inside that room?
The courtroom itself is just as dirty and disgusting as the Democrats who are bringing this witch hunt forward. It really is a sad sight to watch, especially as you think about the fact that it's being used to prosecute the former president of the United States. I wouldn't let my worst enemy use the bathrooms in this place, never mind President Trump. And when you're in the courtroom, you can really see the disdain that this highly partisan and political judge has for President Trump. He has no patience for the defense. He goes against every motion and objection that our team proposes, but he has all the patience and gratitude in the world for the prosecution. And it really is a stark contrast to watch. This judge is political, he's partisan, he's conflicted, and the whole case is a sham. And it's shocking to watch in person.
You know who else was there? Judge Jeanine. Did you catch a glimpse of my co-host on The Five?
We sure did.
Was she behaving herself in there? We were worried she was going to jump across and strangle Judge Merchan.
Well, it was a pleasant surprise to see someone like Judge Jeanine in the courtroom when the rest of the pews are filled with the fake news that are typing away on their keyboards every time the details of this case are brought
now
up.
Everyone's gagged, apparently. We're looking into this gag order. It's even more extensive than we realized. If you are the press secretary, national spokesperson for the Trump campaign, are you also not allowed to say what you want to say as an American?
Yes, that's exactly right.
You're gagged.
I am gagged by this partisan Democrat judge, and he purposefully made the language in this gag order very vague. Not only does it, of course, cover President Trump, but it also covers anyone who President Trump can direct orders to, which by nature is, of course, our campaign, those that work for the president. So you have people involved in this case right now who are allowed to go on every cable talk show in America. They're allowed to go on TikTok, slander President Trump, lie about him, talk about the case. The president can't defend himself, and our campaign can't defend him from those salacious and wrongful attacks either. That is why this is election interference. We're in the middle of an election 6 months away, and we can't defend our boss.
So you're saying if you say something against the gag order
Yes.
on Jesse Watters Primetime, Donald
Yes.
Trump could go to prison.
Yes, that's exactly right. If I were to sit here,
We got a good commercial.
thankfully, I think I'm a disciplined spokesperson.
All right, you're very disciplined, very disciplined. You know who's not disciplined is Mike Cohen selling merch. He's going to testify on Monday. Even CNN knows the guy's a joke. What should we expect?
More lies, I suppose.
Are you allowed to
And-
say that?
Well, I just did. But no, more lies and more days where the prosecution doesn't prove a crime. And every single day we go in that courtroom and the prosecution, there's no crime. President Trump never committed one. He's completely innocent. They have a very hard time proving their case because they have no legal basis on the merits of the law. And it's a complete waste of time. It's a tremendous waste of taxpayer resources. I feel bad for the people in this city who live here, who are paying for this. And I feel bad for the law enforcement who are forced to protect that courthouse every single day. This place should be used to prosecute real violent criminals like the migrants who are beating up police and are released, and we're there every single day.
Yeah, Alvin Bragg, I think, squeezed into a pew earlier, and no one knows what he's up to. No one can figure it out. Karoline, thank you so much.
Thank you, Jesse.
Click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You won't get it anywhere else.